Okay, hey guys, today we're here to talk about different types of turkey calls. So, first off, we have the pot call, which there's the glass. There's two different types. There's the glass call. This one right here, it's got a glass in the name. It's glass on the front. That's what you use to. That's what you strike on. And then you have the slate call, which is slate, which is what you use to strike on. I'll tell you about the sandpaper here in just a second. Then you have your two different types of strikers. You've got your wooden striker, which is all wood. Then you've got your carbon striker. So it's wood and then carbon. So we're going to use the carbon for right now. So I'm just going to set the wood off to the side. Then you have your push-pull call. It's a bone collector push-pull. Then you have a Primos gobble call. And you have diaphragm calls. These two. Diaphragm calls like a mouth call. We've got flex tone. And we have, let's see, we have two HS struts. We'll try those out in a minute. So, starting off, we have the pot calls. So, the sandpaper, with pot calls, you have to sand them to make them sound right. So, what you want to do is, for the slate, you use a finer grit sandpaper. And for glass, you use a coarser grit, thank you.
What grit are those?
Huh?
What grit are those?
Let's see. This is a 60 grit, and this is a 220 grit. So, you sand it left to right. You always want to sand it left to right, like this. You got to push pretty hard to make the scratches, the indentions in the slate, or in the pot. So then you take your striker. Each striker and each pot has a sweet spot, so you got to find those sweet spots. So this one, let's see, it's right here. So that's the basic yelp. So for the basic yelp, what you want to do is you take your striker, hold it in your hand like a pencil. Take your pot, hold it in your left hand like this. Then you put it where you want. You got to find your sweet spot, put it there, and then make little small circles like this. Hold on. Like that. Then you have your cut. So a cut is the most excited noise a hen can make. Like a hen cannot get more excited than that. Say the tom, it's a big tom at 60 yards, and you want him in at 40. You bring him in those other 20 yards. This is what you use to bring him in those next 20 yards. So it goes like this. You take it, hold it the same way like a pencil, hold the pot in your hand like this, put it in that sweet spot, and just do this. Got kind of short little. So there's your cut. Then you have your purr. So a hen purrs whenever she's real calm, content, happy, just kind of chilled out.
And wants her man.
And wants her man. So this is what a purr. This is a purr. So one more time, yelp. And I didn't say this a minute ago. Yelp. A yelp is the most common noise a hen will make. She yelps for just about everything. So, yelp, cut, and then you've got the purr. And you always want to call against the way you sanded. So you sanded left to right, then you want to call up and down. So like I was kind of going down for the purr, kind of going down for the purr, down for the cut, and little small circles, like I said, for the yelp, like that. So then you have your slate call. So for the slate, you definitely, even with this fine grit sandpaper, you don't want to sand it too hard, or the slate will actually come off of it. So you want to kind of gently do it a few times. And even with that light sanding, it's kind of hard to see. You can see just a little bit of stuff right there where even with that light sanding, stuff came off of it. So blow it off. Then it's the same thing. Remember, you sanded left to right, so you got to call up and down. The little small circles for the yelp. And then for the cut, you make the little short Ay, ay, ay. Gotta find that spot. Hold on. Find out the sweet spot. There we go. Little short lines. And then you got the purr. Yeah, I'm not very good with the slate, but there you go. There you have it. My favorite's the glass, and if that's the one you want to use, fine. And if you want to use the slate, that's fine too. So then you have your push-pull. You can't go wrong with the push-pull. It says it in the name. You just push it. It's the yelp. That's the basic yelp. Then you got the purr, which is like this. Then you got your cut. It's your cut. Then you have your gobble call. So you use this gobble call. This is kind of a last resort sort of thing. It's if nothing else has worked, you're just trying to get one to gobble so you can locate him, or if it's a big tom, bring him in close. But this is basically your last resort. You can get these pretty much anywhere you buy turkey calls. So you open the bottom, just hold it and shake it as hard as you can. Now you don't want to do it for too long. Like you don't want to go for too long like that, because that'll like scare him off. He'll be like, wait a second, what the crap was that? So you just kind of probably about 2 seconds, and that's good for the gobble call. Then you have my favorite, the diaphragm calls. Like I said a second ago, there's the flex tone. Then you have the HS strut. So my little green flex tone right here, this is my favorite one. So unless it has this white thing, this big white thing right here, like this one does, you always want to look for the little bump. It's kind of hard to see on this one, but it's right there, a little bump. You put that on the roof of your mouth. So put that on the roof of your mouth, seal it tight to the roof of your mouth, put your tongue firmly against the bottom of it, and then blow air in between your tongue and the call, like this. So for the yelp, you kind of make a sound like this. So that's just a normal hen yelp. So like 4 to 6 yelps is a normal hen yelp. Then you have your assembly or lost hen yelp. So it goes like this. It's normally 10 to 12 yelps. So put some time. If you do more than one, put some time in between them. So like she does it once, she listens for like she's listening for a gobble, and then she does it again. So then I like this one, which if you're beginner with the diaphragm call, you definitely want to stick to just yelping. I'm not that good at cutting yet. This is my favorite one for cutting. So it goes like this. Instead of like a yelp, except for it's much shorter. It's like a like this. Ready? So, like I said, not very good at it yet, but I'm still practicing. And then I like this one, who's also an HS strut. This is my favorite one. It's real light for tree yelps. It's very subtle, but has a very good sound. So tree yelps are early in the mornings, first thing, like when the birds first start talking, they're in the trees, hence the name. They're real quiet, just real quiet yelps, real subtle yelps. So this is why I like this call so much, because it can be really, really quiet for really good time. So here we go. Okay, so there's your basic turkey calls, your calls for beginners who don't know much about it. So there you go. If you like this video, please make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more like this, make sure you hit the notification button so you know whenever we post more videos. Thanks.